Hello, hello, and more hello to all you wisdom walkers out there. This is Jojo Maria and Saroma coming to you, hopefully, with the elemental wisdom for the month of August 2025. And my platform here has changed up some of its stuff, so it took me a minute to get some things turned up and turned around, but I did. And I am here with you on this beautiful Sunday. Um, I'm also still trying to get my lighting right, but I'll keep working on it. I think I need to put the lamp in front of me rather than behind me. Something like that. Except I'm by this window, which is great because there's a nice little breeze coming in right now, and so I'm not moving from where I'm at. It's good. It's good enough. Anyway, how are you all doing? I've been on break for most of July, which was delicious. I really needed it. I needed the time and space to just let myself chill out and be okay, and get some good rest, and also just feel happy, and just be happy. And I did. I focused on that. And this is a time where it takes some good focus and discipline to really do that, and a lot of discernment. But I did choose to do it, and I can tell you that, especially last week, I had just a wonderful time connecting with some new people and people who really, really are in alignment with things that are important to me in my life. And also some old friends visited. And yeah, I had a really, really good time. So I hope your summers are going well and that you're staying healthy. I live where the Canadian fires are really wreaking havoc. So there are some days when I just can't go out because it's not good air quality. But even despite that, I am enjoying that the sun is out, it's warm. And so I hope that you too are taking good care of yourselves and enjoying your summertime as much as possible, especially if you're living up in the northern part of the country like I am. We know that cold winter is going to be coming soon. But anyway, without further ado, I want to share with you the elemental wisdom for the month of August. And I always want to, just as a reminder, say that this wisdom comes from my two teachers from Burkina Faso, land of the proud ancestors in West Africa, Malidoma and Sobonfu Somé. And according to this wonderful medicine wheel that I get to keep, August is a nature month. And in fact, it is the second nature month of the year. And it is time for change. Yeah, time for shifting, time for getting ready for even bigger change. But it also is about us honoring the natural cycle of life and death, that life is about and that it exists, and that we don't need to be afraid of what is leaving, what is needing to be removed from our consciousness so that new things can be brought in. It is how we make a space for some new things. So I'm hoping that, during this time of August, that you can take a pause and just really get in tune with the fact that you've been stretched and grown, that things are shifting, things are changing, and that it all is for really, really good purpose. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So something interesting. I've been so prepared this week and got everything done except the slides for tonight. But I didn't find out until like 15 minutes before, right, broadcasting. So I apologize that my title, you know what, I'm not going to use them because it'll be too confusing, because my title pages don't even have the right dates on, but I do have the right elements. And so let me just start with saying that our elemental wisdom is associated with the first day of January the 1st for 2025, which was a Wednesday. So every Wednesday begins our elemental week. And this week, we begin August with the element of water. Yes. And here's the opportunity to become peaceful, to get still and meditate and contemplate, reconcile any negative feelings by acknowledging them, feeling the pain, and cleansing them by focusing on what is positive in your life right now. Get yourself into nearby flowing water and allow the purifying energy of the water element to free you from feelings of anger, resentment, judgment, fear, and anything else that is disruptive and distracting to the fulfillment of your annual commitments. And I have titled the theme that I'm giving for August is about recommitment. Yeah, because we're going to, in Wisdom Walk Talk, go through those 5 commitments again. So this is a time for us to recommit ourselves to not only our collective commitments, but what your personal ones are. Look back at that and really, really say, yes, I can accomplish this. Absolutely. So remember, God is breathing you. Call upon the divine love to free your mind. And as always, we're going to have distractions. And so with this water week, we get ignoring or sedating your pain. Yeah, folks, please, 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 please don't do it. Don't do it. All you're doing is prolonging having to sit in your pain in order to release it. Telling yourself that your problems can wait. No. You want to, as soon as you become conscious of a block, of a disruption, of a trigger, you want to address that right away. Really important. Attempting to change someone. Yeah, you know what their control drama is about. Never works. The only person you need to be attempting to change is you. Blaming others for how you are choosing to feel about yourself. Yeah, don't be codependent. And using anger, rage, or judgment to protect yourself from other people's pain. Yeah. You know, that's one I'll just take a moment to say, you know, can be a little confusing, but here's what it's about. It is that what happens is when people transfer their pain onto us, we can easily go into reaction. And the reaction with some anger, some judgment, some, you know, it's like you get into that ping pong game. And so what this is saying is look out for that. Don't do that. If you feel somebody is transferring their pain onto you, if you can, say ouch to them and let them know, make them aware. Because most of the time people aren't. They're not really doing it consciously. But if it doesn't feel safe to do that, then the next best thing to do is to go away. Yeah, leave it alone. But don't go into battle. Don't go into the fight. It's not worth it. No, not at all. Absolutely not. So we move on to, and ignore that, our next week in August, which will be August the 13th. And we have a nature week in a nature month, and it's all about being flexible. See Gumby up there? Yeah, be like Gumby. Trust the process. Surrender your attachment to your plan. When we make up that what we think is the best way for our dreams to come true, we are sure to be disappointed. Trust that the universe, with its unknowable ability to make things happen in the right way and at the right time, is more powerful than your brain or that of any other human. Want it to be right for you more than just wanting it. Let go of trying to figure it all out, especially right now. Do what is right in front of you to do at the present time and know that more will be revealed. Connect with the magical and tricky energy of the nature element, whether that is in the form of plants, trees, flowers, animals, or humans, to help you accept the greater order and direction you are being asked to experience. Absolutely. So here are the distractions. Being arrogant, meaning I know it all, and or stubborn. I don't want to change. I don't care. Yeah. Attempting to change a no into a yes or a yes into a no. Yeah, leave that alone. Big waste of time and energy. Perceiving things as win and lose versus I'm learning. I'm learning. And also to, there are certain things that we don't need to be competing with because we not like that. Yeah, leave it alone. Despairing and trying to go back to the place you know best, also known as trying to squeeze back through the hole. Yeah. Leave that alone. There is no going back, folks. Not at all. Beating yourself up for situations and or outcomes over which you have no control. Exactly. Again, only thing you need to be controlling is yourself. And the times we are living in are definitely an inside out job. The things you're seeing out in the world that you don't like, that you know are unjust, unfair, that are triggering, that's all so that you can look inside of yourself and say, where is it that I'm unjust, unfair? What's going on with me? Yeah, exactly. Now, moving into the third week of August 2025, we have an Earth Week. And the opportunity, which I so love, is about giving support, paying it forward, being an inspiration. Offer assistance without expecting anything material in return. Demonstrate your ability to be generous, compassionate, considerate, and trustworthy. Invoke the generative, nourishing, and abundant universal love energy of the earth element to be of service to others. In doing this in a humble and balanced way, you will be gifting your soul with unconditional love. This emotional resource will serve you well as you continue to move through unexpected barriers to the fulfillment of your annual commitments. As you comfort others, you will be comforted. Isn't that just lovely? Isn't this what the world should be about? Absolutely. So here are the distractions. Complaining. It's so easy to quickly go into a complaint rather than, okay, what's behind this? There's got to be some treasure in this. Like I always talk about, there's always treasure in trouble. Look for the treasure. Stop complaining. Go into gratitude. Notice what you're grateful for, even though everything isn't in alignment with the way in which you would like it to be. Yeah. Expecting others to do what you can do. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You got to leave that alone. Got to really leave that alone. And the fear of not being appreciated or compensated. Yeah. Because that really has to do with, are you valuing yourself? If you value yourself, you will be greatly appreciated and greatly compensated. But if you're not valuing yourself, that means you can't have it. So again, as I keep saying, it's an inside out job. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And then we come to our fourth and final week of August, and it is my element of fire. Yes, yes. And always, always so important that we are embracing and practicing forgiveness. Invoke the ancestors to help you forego being a martyr to past pain. And as you invite the grace of forgiveness, and it is a grace, folks, it's nothing we can really make up or do. This is really coming from the mysterious greater order and direction that we all come from. So Invite the grace of forgiveness to embrace you and remove what was never yours to keep. Ask and thank your God for enabling you to receive the grace of forgiveness for those who have hurt you or for those you have hurt, consciously or unconsciously. Prepare an ancestor plate at every meal, light a candle, and feed them with your intention to honor their existence and to receive their guidance, wisdom, and love. They want you to win and are committed to you not repeating their sorrows. Remember, you are their dream come true, and they want you to live your happy endings now. Absolutely. I am going to stop here and insert something, a little spill, because I had a conversation with someone this morning, and they were expressing, of course, concern from watching videos about how the federal government, there's a federal government agency we all know about that is really, to me, it's a recreation of the Runaway Slave Act right before the Civil War, where the federal government gave the Confederacy permission to come into northern states where slavery wasn't allowed and to find and take back their slaves. Yeah. And of course, there were people who weren't slaves that got captured, and that's what the movie 12 Years a Slave is about. So when if you have ancestry connected to slavery, and all of us do in some way, shape, or form, when you're seeing those videos and stuff, it's going to be disruptive because this is still in our genes. It's what Joy DeGruy calls post-traumatic slave syndrome. And this person was starting to go into some despair. And I said to them, there's no need to despair. You're here. You're here. You're still alive. You got through it. And so what's happening is, to me, another go-round of this conflict that the United States was born into. There were people who supported the king and people who didn't, people who were rebels and believed in the sacred contract of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yeah, the Constitution. And so this conflict has been going on, it's nothing new. But I think with this go around, we're really being asked to do our inner work. And for those of us who, have ancestral memory still close, this is not a time to give up, give in, give out. This is a time to say, oh, yes, we already came through that. What do we do now? How do we contribute to what? Yeah, value ourselves, to strengthen ourselves, to let go of imitating a system and a process and a belief system that we were enslaved by. Yeah. And to really go in and look at what's my uniqueness, what are my unique gifts, and what's my unique talent? What is it that I can do to make this country and this world a better place? That's the work. Yeah. And let me tell you, the way the universe works, if God has given humans an evolved consciousness and an evolved way of being, you don't go back from that. For example, we're not going to go back to being at the Coliseum and watching people get eaten by lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Okay. Now we go to football games. Yeah. So just remember that if you are in that position where you're feeling the heaviness of what's going on, you're starting to despair, think about your ancestors. Yeah. And this way, forgiveness, letting go of the pain that was transferred onto you and your ancestors by people who are just horribly wounded, emotionally unintelligent, and don't have the capacity for human compassion and understanding yet. It can come. Yeah, it can come. But in the meantime, do your forgiveness work. And remember, that also includes yourself, but do not despair. We've come too far, too long to believe that human beings are God. They're not. We're not. I'm going to get through this. Yeah. So here's distractions for this last week of August the 27th. Wanting to be right about being a victim. Just what I was talking about. You got to let go of that. You are not a victim. You are a victor, and you are here to break through generational wounds, ancestral wounds, historical trauma. You are here to break through that and to heal and go on to become even more than what your ancestors could dream about, to make this world a better place. Absolutely. Thinking you have to figure things out on your own. Yeah. Never, 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 never do that to yourself. Open up to receiving the help you so deserve. Judgment and criticism of self and others. Yeah. And that's why we in this boat we in today here in the United States and around the world, there's still this belief by other humans that, somebody else is responsible for my misery. Instead of really looking at, okay, what is it about my belief system that would have me be in this kind of a situation? Absolutely. And then last but not least, taking on the problems of others. Yeah. It's not going to help them. It's not going to help you. Do your forgiveness work. Open up to letting go of staying in the suffering and in the pain. Because remember, none of us would be here if our ancestors had succumbed to the evil that they had to withstand. Everybody would have died out, but they didn't. Why not? Because they chose to go forward and learn another way, which is basically they chose love over fear. Yeah. And we can do that same thing now. We can do that same thing today. In fact, we're being asked to do that. Yeah, absolutely. As always, just a shout out to Earth Day, which will be on August the 22nd, which I believe is a Saturday. No, it's not. Excuse me. It is Thursday, Friday. Let's say August 21st, 2nd. No, let's say Thursday, Friday. It'll be a Friday. Yeah. I hope that's right. But if it's not, please forgive me. But again, I asked you every month to make it Earth Day, to honor the earth every 22nd day of the month. And go to their website, www.earthday.org, and get information of ways that you as an individual can make a contribution to taking care of this earth and making sure that this planet is habitable by the persons who come after us, that seventh generation after us. Yeah, really important. So there you have it, my darlings. Thank you so much for putting up with me and my craziness, not to have my PowerPoint completely set up for you. But again, Mercury is still retrograde until August I think it's the 11th or the 10th or 11th. So these kinds of things can happen. But I wish for you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful month of being able to really let some things go, to really get connected and recommitted to your annual commitments of how you are growing and healing and evolving yourself in the midst of all this insanity that is around us. And I also hope too that I wish for you, I pray for you, that you realize how really wonderful you are. Like, you're pretty wonderful. Yeah. And just the fact that you're here on this earth, on this planet at this time, means that you have something really important and unique to contribute to make this world a better place. So I hope that during August you get some more clarity, some more support about your higher purpose, that you find yourself more able to access that higher timeline in the fifth dimension, and that you don't accept this 3D reality as the only reality that you have access to. So be well, be safe, and I will be back next Sunday with a live stream of the astrology for the first half of August. Be well now, take great care, and I will talk with you again very soon. Bye-bye now.